Myers says that sitting is a fraught and dangerous activity.
Welcome back. My name's Michael Bonner, and this is part 2 of my series about posture for guitarists, using information that I found during my PhD research into the ergonomics and physiology of playing guitar. Each video will be built on ideas covered in previous videos, so if you haven't already done so, please watch part 1 first. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the common sitting mistakes and why it's bad for you, before showing you how to sit perfectly like I do, all the time, without fail. According to a physiotherapist at a music school, sitting badly is one of the main causes for injury amongst musicians because it puts more stress on the spine than standing. This is why it's been reported that back pain is common amongst people who sit a lot. Many people slump, so their weight is on the coccyx rather than the ischia, which exaggerates the lordotic curve of the neck, the kyphotic curve of the upper back, and reverses the lordotic curve of the lower back. This sagging down is a problem, putting too much weight on hip joints and internal organs and creating excessive pressure on the joints and discs of our spine. Posture like this can double the pressure on the intervertebral discs, straining the ligaments and overworking the postural muscles, as well as compressing and congesting the internal organs. The ribs are restricted, therefore breathing is also affected. It can also lead to 2 other problems: headache, back pain, and shoulder impingement. 3 other problems: headache, back pain, shoulder impingement, and rotator. This can lead to several other problems, including but not limited to headaches, back pain, shoulder impingement, and rotator cuff syndrome.
But Michael, what does this have to do with playing the guitar?
We'll get there eventually, bear with me. What I'm trying to do is give you a basic foundation so you understand the various problems that we'll explore in this series.
But surely this information is relevant to everybody.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are thinking about applying this information to your desk job, a study using magnetic resonance imaging to assess seated postures found that spinal stress was greatest when the backrest is at 90 degrees and lowest when at 135 degrees, and therefore concluded that we should basically be laying down when we work. Reclining at 135 degrees is fine for relaxing, but it isn't a suitable posture when working with the arms. Physiotherapist and sports coach Jeff Cavalier of the Athlean X YouTube channel is fond of saying that you can't fire a cannon from a canoe because it lacks a secure foundation. The arms are an extension of the back and are supported by muscles that join from the base of the skull all the way down to the top of your pelvis. These 2 pictures show the superficial muscles responsible for moving and stabilising one arm. Using the arms without adequate support from the back will contribute to carpal tunnel syndrome and various other repetitive strain injuries. And yes, you do use your back muscles to move the arms even when you're reclining. If you ever get a trigger point in your back, you'll be able to test that for yourself. Another problem with spending a lot of time in this position is that the muscles and connective tissues on the front of the neck will want to adapt to this shorter position, making standing up properly difficult. When it comes to sitting correctly, I could talk about the perfect chair design, but this is one of those times where the one-size-fits-all or the cookie-cutter approach definitely won't work, and who wants to carry around their perfect chair with them everywhere they go? Besides, having a properly designed chair is no more a substitute for proper physical conditioning and body awareness than is taking vitamin pills a substitute for eating properly. Instead, I'll share with you the guidelines according to postural experts. These are feet flat on the floor, ankles at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees, thighs parallel to the floor. Sitting in this way allows the joints to be free from stress and tendons and muscles are not stretched. The weight should be evenly distributed between your ischia and the hips level. The spine should be in its neutral position as explained in my previous video, slightly curved like a soft S when viewed from the side, the centre of the head above the shoulders and the pelvis, and the ears behind the collarbones. Upright, the load going directly through its axis, the head, limbs and shoulders aligned symmetrically. Straight when viewed from the front or back, and not twisted. Unfortunately, when the knees are brought up to hip height, the spinal erectors have to work very hard to stop the lower back collapsing backwards. You can prevent this with a backrest, provided it slopes backwards at an angle of about 10 degrees. This takes the strain off the postural muscles, provided that you sit actively instead of slumping. Unfortunately, a sloping backrest isn't practical for playing guitar, since it seems to encourage the instrument to slide away from the body. A rolled up cushion or similar can be tucked to the base of the spine to give support, but allow you to sit upright with less effort.
Okay guys, break out the lycra, we're going to do some exercise. We spend an awful lot of time curled around our instruments and slumped over desks, but I want to show you how to open up the front of your body before we start experimenting with how to sit with balance. Those of us who spend a lot of time with computers or tablet devices, are they still a thing? Are people still using laptops and mobile phones? Anyway, it involves spending a lot of time with the arms in this position, which is an internal rotation. So what I want you to do is externally rotate your arms using the rotator cuff muscles on the backs of your shoulders. All you need to do is, with your hands at hip height, rotate your hands outwards to the side, as far as they will go. Hold this position for about 30 seconds. We can fast forward a bit. And then simply return your hands to the centre and relax.
To open up your chest and throat, begin by standing. Clench your buttocks and lower abdominal muscles to stop your pelvis sagging forwards. Clasp your hands behind your back. Not like this. Like this. Straighten your arms, lock your elbows as you pull your shoulders back. Raise your chest to the ceiling and stretch your chin upwards. Hold this for up to 30 seconds. To come out of it, don't just slump. Lift your chin up and over before releasing your arms. To find a balanced head position, tilt your head back from the base of your neck. Feel the tension at the front of your neck increase, then decrease as you bring your head back forward. Move your head forward from the base of your neck and feel the tension in the back of your neck increase. Repeat these movements with decreasing size until you find the point at which your head balances on top of your spine with no tension. Now tilt your head to one side from the base of your neck. Feel the tension in the side of your neck increase, then decrease as you bring your head back to the centre. Repeat this on the other side and try to feel that tension. Repeat these movements with decreasing size until you find that sweet, sweet spot at which your head balances on top of your spine with no tension. When you've found this point, make small movements and circles with your head and feel how delightfully easy it is to move it when the neck is free from tension.
To find your ischia, feel around, somewhere around the middle of the crease of your buttocks. You should be able to find the two bones there.
To balance your torso, make sure you're sat on your ischia, then lean forward from the hips, keeping your spine in its soft S shape. Feel the tension increase from your hips to your neck, then decrease as you return to upright. Lean back from the hips and feel your abdominal muscles tense and then relax as you return to upright. Repeat these movements with decreasing size until you find the point at which everything balances on top of what's below with no tension. Now pay attention to the feeling of your ischia pressing into the seat. It might help to sit on an uncomfortably hard surface so you can feel the bones better. It depends how much natural padding you possess. Lean to one side and feel the pressure increase on one ischia, then lean to the other side and feel the pressure move over. Repeat these movements with decreasing size until you find the point at which your weight is evenly spread across both bones. You can repeat any of these drills throughout the day, which will delight and amuse your colleagues. Reducing excess tension is a difficult task because people get used to this tense state, being convinced that they're comfortable and relaxed when they've actually developed a tolerance for tension. They can't feel the tension because they've never felt its absence. If you've kept up with all of this, you should have realised that the takeaway message is everything should be kept in place with balance instead of tension. Symmetry is beauty. Keep mobile and relaxed. Tune in next time to learn about standing.